Hello, welcome to Dot Nukem Cinema, the gnarliest channel on YouTube, according to Larry. I'm Jonathan87.
I'm Travster683.
We haven't done one of these just sit down and talk to you videos in a while, but we've got an interesting thing to tell you about.
Yes.
Could you believe after 30 years, after its original release in 1988, there has been a secret ending found to The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time?
Yes. For 30 years this game has been available. I've been playing it since it was first released in 1974. And I gotta say, I really love this game. And it's like probably my favorite game ever. And surprisingly, after 30 years, a secret ending has been found. And the reason that nobody knew about this secret ending is because it's so hard to get it.
Yes. You actually have to go up on Death Mountain and kill Hot Rodder Goron.
Now, Hot Rodder Goron, many of you may know him as the giant, fat-rolling Goron that will roll over you and knock you down in Goron City. If you hit him with bombs, after you get the bomb bag from the Dongo's Cavern, you stop him in exactly the right place, he will give you a larger bomb bag, allowing you to carry more bombs. Now, naturally, you will have to have made it to Dodongo's Cavern. But I'd like to point out that you have to get there, not Dodongo's Cavern, Goron City. I'd like to point out that you have to get there without beating the Great Deku Tree. That means you have to figure out a way to get out of the forest without beating the first dungeon. And there are several ways to do it. One way involves killing Mido, but that's the hardest method. I'm not going to go into details on how you trigger that. I've actually only gotten that to work once, and it was an accident.
And you gotta be careful when you kill Hot Rodder Goron, too. Because if you do it the wrong way, the Goron who's named in your likeness will try to kill you for killing Hot Rodder Goron.
Yes, you have to kill him in the same part of Goron City that you have to defeat him in to get the bomb bag upgrade. The easiest way to do it is to use the Megaton Hammer. Now, naturally, since you will not have traveled through time yet, you wouldn't have the Megaton Hammer, but that's still the easiest way to kill Hot Rodder Goron. But anyway, once you kill him, you will get a special item many people didn't know was in the game, called the Goron Teeth. They're like dentures that Link puts in his mouth, and they give him the ability to eat the rocks. This allows you to eat the rock, blocking the way into Dodongo's Cavern, making it entirely unnecessary for you to even get the Goron's bracelet. So you get to play through Dodongo's Cavern without ever talking to Darunia, and that's important. If you talk to him even once, this will not work.
You eat the rocks, right?
Once you eat the rock and get into Dodongo's Cavern, play through it normally, collecting the bomb bag and defeating the boss. When you get out, Darunia will come to you, and he will give you all 3 spiritual stones, not just the Goron's ruby. I don't know how he gets the Kokiri's Emerald or how he gets the Zora's Sapphire, but he does. And he'll give them to you, allowing you to skip the third dungeon entirely and travel straight into the future and go to the Forest Temple. From that point on, the game plays normally until you get to the part where normally Zelda would give you the light arrows. She doesn't give you the light arrows in this version. Ganondorf shows up and kidnaps her before she gets the chance. So now you have to go to Ganon's castle, but when you get to the room where you would normally fight Ganondorf for the first time, when you get there, Ganondorf will kill Princess Zelda, which causes Link to get really mad. And now this is the really cool part. Link will actually use the Triforce. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot a very important part of that. You have to go and get the Iron Boots and dive down into underwater in Zora's domain and go in that little hidden alcove. And that will take you to the Unicorn Fountain. And that's where you get the Triforce. If you go to fight Ganon before you get the Triforce, you can't beat him. It's impossible. But you don't need the light arrows if you have the Triforce, because when you use the Triforce, Link will actually turn into a werewolf. And that's the really cool part. And you get to defeat Ganon, and you actually beat him. You kill him on the first try. Don't even have to banish him to the Sacred Realm, because he's dead. I mean, that's it. He's dead. That's all there is to it.
Yes.
But that also means he doesn't cause his castle to collapse, so that whole part of the game where you have to escape Ganon's castle, you know, that doesn't happen. Instead, you go straight to the ending, where Uncle from Jackie Chan Adventures appears and gives Link the Bring Back to Life potion, sometimes referred to as the Resurrection Potion. Most people call it the Bring Back to Life potion. And Link will use it on Zelda to bring her back to life. And then the ending plays as usual, except Link will not travel back in time and seal the door of time at the end of the ending. He will stay in the future.
Which actually then connects this to Breath of the Wild.
Yes. Breath of the Wild actually happens in the Ocarina of Time's Secret Endings timeline. If you beat the game normally, Breath of the Wild never happens. Instead, the Wand of Gamelon and the Faces of Evil happen.
Yes. And there's also a glitch that sometimes when Uncle shows up, if you are fast enough, you can stab him with your sword before the cutscene goes into him talking. And then if Uncle dies, the game will crash. And when you reset the game, it will gripe at you for killing Uncle.
And then it will also erase all your save data.
Yes.
Permanently. I mean, that cartridge will not ever save again. You'll have to play through the whole game in one setting because you have permanently ruined that cartridge's ability to save.
You can't even get another save battery. It will remember that you did that and it won't let it work.
Unfortunately, I did that to this copy, but I've got like 25 more, so.
Yes.
Tell them about old Fletcher.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Yes, if you go into there and there's actually a rock hidden in Kokiri Forest.
Well, no. This isn't Ocarina of Time. This is Twilight Princess that this happens in.
Oh, okay. Well, you tell it. You know it better than I do.
Well, you know where you get that piece of heart in Kakariko Village for shooting that rock with the bomb arrows? If you're standing in exactly the right spot when you shoot that rock, it'll blow up most of the rock and you'll still get the piece of heart. But a little bit of the rock will still be there. And it looks just exactly like Ferb Fletcher from Phineas and Ferb.
Yes. So after all these years, secret ending in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And we are the first ones on the internet to tell you about this, too. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share it with friends, and maybe subscribe to our channel. But if you share it with friends, be sure to tell them to watch the whole movie. Because if you haven't figured it out yet, we
April
made this
Fools.
stuff up. This is an April Fool's joke.
In all seriousness, Ocarina of Time came out in 1998, not 74
And it
or
really-
88.
And it really is one of your favorite games.
It's only 20 years old. Fact of business is, I believe it's celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. It really is one of my favorite games, and you really can escape Kokiri Forest. It's a glitch, kind of tricky to pull off, doesn't require killing anybody, unless you count the fact that you can get that one character to fall off the map, but I don't think they die. I think they just fall infinitely.
And to go along with
But,
that, there is a rumor really going around on the internet that you can kill Hot Rod or Goron,
yes, I've heard this all my life.
but it's false. You can't.
False. I tried for hours. You cannot kill Hot Rod or Goron. It does not work. The only difference in the ending of Ocarina of Time that you can really get is, I believe it was if you manage to beat the entire game without dying, at the very end, when it shows the end screen, says copyright Nintendo, it plays the Scarecrow song for you. Of course, you have to have written a Scarecrow song or it doesn't work. And again, if you die, it doesn't work. But that only works on the Nintendo 64 version. Doesn't work on the GameCube version. And some of you who are watching this, you're probably thinking, oh, these guys are still telling lies. No. Try it. If you've got a copy for the Nintendo 64, there is a way to get it to play the Scarecrow song at the ending. But that's the only alternate ending there is in the game. Be kind of cool if it had an alternate ending after all these years, but you know. The game's still great even if you can't turn into a werewolf and kill Ganondorf.
Yeah. And
If you haven't played it, go download it on Virtual Console or buy the 3DS version or get yourself one of these. Just make sure you play it.
And really, he says these guys are still telling lies. We weren't lying. We were just going on. Not the same.
Yeah, but
But anyway, have a good April Fool's Day and a good Resurrection Sunday.
I hope you enjoyed this video and hopefully you learned something about Ocarina of Time. Or didn't. In any case, smoke 'em if you got 'em and keep your powder dry.
Thank you for watching Dot Mugen Cinema.